So I've been growing out my taper cut for a few months now and wanted to try something different. These are crochet 2-strand twists. If you would like to see a tutorial, go ahead and continue watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my page. Okay, so starting off with freshly washed and towel dried hair, I'm going to put in the Dew texture tamer as my heat resistant, heat protectant before I blow dry it. So I work that through along with some oil and basically just go ahead and detangling it. That's just a mixture of oil I have, like almond oil, avocado oil, some Jamaican black castor oil, a little bit of grapeseed oil mixed together. So again, I'm just working that through my hair before I blow dry it to stretch it a bit. I like to use the medium heat level or the medium level heat as to not do any heat damage to my hair. So that's what I'm doing here, just going through. It doesn't take too long because my hair is growing out from a taper, so I'm actually wasn't sure if I was going to be able to pull this hairstyle off. It's a little experiment. So again, just stretching it all the way through, make it easier when I go ahead and part and section it off with the rubber bands. I have this candle lid that I put my rubber bands in and then put a few drops of oil and rub it in there. That helps the rubber bands from popping and snagging. And then I have the jam to go ahead and smooth my hair down and start sectioning it off. Now this is the shortest part of my hair, I believe. So I really wasn't sure if I'd be able to pull it off. So I'm seeing if I can grip the small section of my hair with the rubber band. Don't want to pull it too tight, obviously, to cause breakage, but I was able to pull it off. A little tiny little ponytail, and went ahead and just did that all over my head. At the top and the middle, it was a lot easier with the bigger sections. The type of hair I use is the Afro Kinky bulk. Just cut off the straight piece, and then it's already sectioned. I basically used one rubber band section for each box of my hair. So take the crochet needle, pull it through. You want to make sure that all of the hair is tucked in, and then close it off and pull it through. Kind of see if they're even, and then you can go ahead and start 2-strand twisting straight from the root. It took a little while to get the hang of the process. Basically, you're just twisting it while twisting it, or you flip your hand as you twist in the same direction, which helps it to stay in place. If you can see what I'm doing here. And then I use the clip at the base. It kind of helps the base not rotate and pull as you're going along the length of your hair. So again, here I'm just trying to show you the technique of the 2-strand twist. I am rolling it between my fingers as I twist it in the same direction. So it does get a little tangled as you go, so you want to go ahead and make sure you're detangling it. It is a kinkier texture, which is what I really like about this hair. It gives a very natural looking twist. So I basically just went ahead and attempted to do one in each section of my hair so that I can make sure I put it off. The sides and the back were the hardest to do because of the small amount of hair I had there. So I wanted to make sure that it would work before I continued to do the middle. Again, I basically just would use the Dew texture tamer as my hair dried to go ahead and detangle it, along with, I ended up actually using the Murray's Edge Wax to smooth along my hair as well in order to help it blend in better while I was twisting it. And then just a small tooth comb. You want to be careful when you're detangling it, but it does help it smooth it out better to, again, blend with the texture of the hair for the twist. Again, the hair came sectioned off already in rubber bands within the pack, so I took one per section of my hair. Here it is a close-up of me crocheting one in the front. Again, you want to make sure you're able to get all of the hair within the crochet hook before closing the latch and pulling it through. It helps, just prevent any breakage or any issues you have with twisting. So you see me here, I'm basically making sure that it's even and taking my hair in the middle, and I'm going to go ahead and smooth it so that it blends with the texture before I go ahead and start the 2-strand twist itself. So this is me just making sure I have a good grip on my hair as well as the Afro Kinky, and go ahead and start twisting that downward. So again, here I am just trying to give you a close-up of my hands so you can follow what my fingers are doing as I twist. You want to make sure you're detangling again. It does get tangled very easily, and it just helps the process if you go ahead and detangle it as you're going down the length of the twist. So just finishing that one up. And then again, I'm just going to repeat the same process all over my head, but I wanted to make sure that I could pull it off in all parts of it before going ahead to continue the style. You want to take the crochet needle to pull it through. Again, make sure they're nice and even. Also be gentle about it because you don't want to create too much tension on your hair. And also it was the shortest part of my hair, so I wanted to make sure that the rubber band could stay in place in order to anchor the twist and make sure it stayed in the hair. So I'm going ahead and twisting down the length. I'm going to go ahead and grab my clip to apply it to the base of the twist. Again, this just helps reduce the tension and the rotation as you're twisting it. You want to try to avoid as much possible breakage, especially using the rubber bands. So just finishing that twist up. And basically, like I said, I just went ahead and repeated this same process for each of these sections. The top middle part has slightly smaller sections, but the back and around the sides have the bigger sections because, my hair was too short to pull off anything larger than that. So here I am, basically finished up. Came to show you guys the last two in a little bit more detail. My hair had dried up by now, so went ahead and just re-moisturized it with the Dew Texture Tamer. And then, again, as I went along, I figured out that the Murray's Edge Wax held my hair in place a little bit better than the jam that I was originally using. So I'm just taking a little bit of that, running it through, and taking my rat tail comb to carefully detangle that section. Gonna take my crochet needle, run it underneath the rubber band, and by now you know the deal. Basically, go ahead, take the section of hair and make sure to put it completely through the crochet hook and close it before pulling it through the base of the rubber band. All right, here I am making sure it's about even, and then you take your natural hair and split it into even sections and go ahead and smooth that in to help it blend with the texture of the twist. So again, I'm basically rolling it as I twist. You kind of flip your hand, if you can see what I'm doing, and that just gives a tighter, more uniform twist all the way down. So again, basically you just twist and rotate and detangle. Same process all the way through. So I'm just finishing this one up, and then I will show you the last one just to give you one more look at the process. So you have the dew, that's what I'm rubbing in, the texture tamer. It actually really helps soften my hair. I really like it. It's my second time using it now. A little bit of edge wax, smooth it in. Then you're going to take your rat tail and comb it through. Last piece of hair. I actually used just exactly 2 packs of hair. I used every strand in it, but it was 2 packs. They were $5.99 a piece, so about $12, $13 for this hairstyle. All right, so got my crochet needle, pulling the hair through. Same process. It got a little bit tangled there, but as you can see, just make sure you pull it through, pull them until they're even, and go ahead, separate your natural hair. Then you smooth it and you start your twist. Again, you're just making sure that your hair is well blended while you go ahead and finish the 2-strand twist. I have the clip at the base in order to protect my hair from popping the tension of rotating when you twist it. So I sped it up a little bit here, hoping that it helped by now. You might have caught on. You may have to watch it a few more times. I really can't say how long this took. If I had to guess, I'd say maybe 4 hours. But I started in the afternoon and finished at nighttime, given the fact that I had to stop a few times to run some errands, pick up my children from school and whatnot. So this is the next day, the finished result. As you can see, everything looks good. You really can't tell that it's crochet, and I love it. Like